A new player just landed in Philly looking like he's ready to build a legacy, and he's already making noise on the field, in the locker room, and across the league. Meanwhile, a familiar name from a rival defense might be on the verge of switching sides and becoming a key piece in a secondary that still raises questions. The latest Eagles moves are shaking up the NFL landscape. Hit that like button to stay in the loop on everything happening in the nest. Let's talk about a move so big, so game-changing, that it instantly shot to the top of Eagles' offseason transactions ever. And yes, it's that serious. We're talking about Saquon Barkley, baby. As electric as Terrell Owens was back in 2004, remember T.O. torching defenses on one leg in Super Bowl X16 This Barkley move? Different beast. And we're not taking anything away from what T.O. did with McNabb and Dawkins leading the charge, but Barkley? He flipped the whole script in year one. The man rolled into Philly like it was his destiny, straight out of Pennsylvania roots, and made the entire league take notice. That season felt like a movie, complete with the Lombardi, the hardware, and, oh yeah, he's already on the Madden cover. You couldn't write it better if you tried. Barkley didn't just run the ball, he bulldozed into Eagles lore. We're talking Offensive Player of the Year, near record-breaking numbers, just one missed start away from possibly taking down Eric Dickerson's single-season rushing record. One game. That's all that stood in the way. And let's be real, the way he was hitting those holes in December, it's not a stretch to say he would have done it. Beyond the stats, the dude was the heartbeat of the locker room. Always first in, last out. Zach Bond even said he pulled up to the facility at 6 a.m., and Saquon was already sweating it out. That's leadership. That's setting the tone. And when you've got that kind of presence backing up Jalen Hurts, magic happens. Hurts had a storybook season of his own. Devonta Smith was lights out. A.J. Brown did his thing. But Saquon brought a whole new vibe to that offense. Veteran poise, big play consistency, and most importantly, the kind of voice that rallies grown men before the biggest game of their lives. Night before the Super Bowl, he told the squad, "They can't hang with us. I don't care how many times they've been here." Then Philly went out and dropped a 40-burger on the world's biggest stage. 42 points. Mic drop. So yeah, when we talk about all-time moves in Eagles history, Barkley's at the top of that list. No debate. His impact was instant. But is he already the new face of the offense? Now imagine the defense landing an unexpected star. All right, so Jaire Alexander suddenly hitting the open market? That's the kind of NFL plot twist that makes your phone buzz 5 times before breakfast. We're talking about a 2-time All-Pro corner just available? That's like stumbling into a garage sale and spotting a pristine Mickey Mantle rookie card tucked between some old Beanie Babies. Totally unexpected. And you know the NFL world lit up. Now enter the Philadelphia Eagles, always lurking, always scheming, always hunting for that perfect blend of value and dominance. You start imagining what that secondary could look like with Alexander lurking on the outside. Cue flashbacks to the '85 Bears with that menacing back end. Philly's defense had holes in the backfield last year. And when news like this drops, Howie Roseman doesn't just sit on his hands. He's the kind of guy who thrives in chaos. He lives for poker nights with the season on the line. So here we are. The Eagles have the cap room, around $32 million per over the cap. A bit of a question mark at corner after parting ways with both Darius Slay and James Bradbury, and now a potential game changer is sitting right there in the aisle. Tempting, right? But here's the rub. Alexander's last 2 seasons have been marred by injuries. 14 total games played. That's not great. The guy's talent? Undeniable. When he's healthy, he's top 5. Easy. But health is the elephant in the locker room. And the Eagles are fresh off a Super Bowl run, where availability was just as important as talent. Roseman's not the type to get reckless with big deals, especially with future extensions looming in 2026. There's one big wild card, though. Christian Parker. Philly's DB coach worked with Alexander during his All-Pro season in Green Bay. That's not just a footnote. That's real chemistry. If anyone can bring out the best in Jaire again, it's Parker. But it all comes down to price. Philly's not tossing $20 million a year at a guy who's missed more time than your favorite sitcom's lead during contract disputes. 1 year, low risk, prove-it deal? Maybe. Anything beyond that? Feels unlikely. And don't forget, they're high on Kaylee Ringo. Sirianni and Fangio are ready to give the kid the keys. Bringing in Alexander could throw a wrench in that development arc. Sometimes the flashiest option isn't the smartest one. Bottom line, the Eagles are intrigued, the fans are buzzing, But unless Jair's asking price takes a nosedive, this might be a name that Philly admires from afar. The offense is flying, and the defense might be getting a smart upgrade. But let's be real, not every big name is worth the gamble. Subscribe so you don't miss any Eagles updates.